Dear President Berta Pontoya and my dear friends from the Liberal Network of Latin America, I'm very delighted and pleased to address you today on the occasion of your virtual Congress under the theme Recovering Freedoms in the Region. Dear friends, since the very start of the COVID-19 pandemic, Liberal International has been on the front line, calling for measures that are fair, democratic, and respectful of human rights to combat the consequences of the pandemic. But unfortunately, globally, freedom and democracy are not in so good health. Freedom House Research has monitored the impact of COVID-19 on democracy. The result, conditions on democracy and human rights in 2021 have grown worse. In over 80 countries, governments have responded by engaging in abuses of power, silencing their critics, and weakening or shattering important institutions, often undermining the very system of accountability needed to protect public health. These situations are numerous. I recall that in less than a 2-week time frame, Hong Kong, Russia, and the Philippines also outrageous abuses of liberal democratic structures to help autocrats consolidate control. Closer to home in Latin America, the ongoing governmental repression by the government in Nicaragua is utterly unacceptable. LI has been very loud and vocal and denounced the situation in Nicaragua, in Europe, and within the European institutions and globally. Together with RELIAL, we have released a joint statement in early August 2021, speaking out against Ortega's forcible measures and stifling liberal opposition, as opposition leaders have been arrested. The main opposition party, Ciudadanos por la Libertad, has been dissolved and stripped their leader, Liberal International Vice President, my friend Kitty Montmeri, of her Nicaraguan nationality. These types of attacks on the very principles of liberal values we stand for are now a regular occurrence. From Belarus to Venezuela, from the Philippines to South Africa, the conditions of democracy and human rights have deteriorated. Now, a year and a half into the pandemic, liberals must be at the forefront yet again in rethinking the world in which we must rebuild, focusing on defending freedom of speech, creating stronger democratic institutions, and ensuring that more focus is put on climate. My friends around the world, some may not call it liberalism, but it is a thirst for the very ideals and liberal values with the benefits that liberalism brings to a nation that has ignited recent protests against the Castro regime in Cuba. We have seen this in Latin America and know that more and more people are looking to liberalism as an answer to the societal problems in the region, which is why we are pleased that allies have received applications from 2 new parties in the region to be submitted to members in the upcoming Executive Committee meeting in October. Dear friends, RELIAL keeps on remaining one of our strongest and most important partners, sharing the same mission of a free liberal world. LI's support for RELIAL's 42 members from 17 countries in Latin America remains strong, in particular under the current conditions. And I will conclude by saying that we have no doubt that RELIAL will play a major role in ensuring that recovery plan from COVID-19 will allow all of you to build a better place to live in dignity and freedom. Keep safe. Thank you.
My warmest greetings to everyone. I am Kiko Pangilinan, Philippine Senator and Chairperson of the Council of Asian Liberals and Democrats, or CALD. On behalf of CALD, let me extend our warmest greetings to the Red Liberal de America Latina, or RELIAL, on the occasion of your 2021 Congress and Annual Assembly. I understand that some of you are assembled in Mexico City, while the rest are joining you from all over Latin America and other parts of the world. With the threat of the new COVID-19 variants still looming over us, this hybrid setup seems to be the way forward for us. However, the threat of authoritarianism, populism, and illiberalism is also more pronounced than ever, with both Freedom House and The Economist Intelligence Unit documenting 15 years of global democratic decline, with the worst dip happening in 2020. The pandemic has resulted in the enactment of emergency laws, suspension of democratic activities, and greater surveillance of the citizens, all done in the name of pandemic response. While some of the laws and policies are necessary to address the health crisis, there is increasing concern that many of these regulations would remain after or post-COVID-19. It is in this light that we, liberals and Democrats, should remain vigilant against these so-called authoritarian residues. Asia and Latin America will be particularly prone to these remnants of authoritarianism once the pandemic is over, considering that liberal democracy has not been historically ingrained in our respective societies. The work is cut out for us then, fellow liberals and Democrats. We need to reclaim the freedoms that we have lost and to ensure that the liberal and democratic values we hold dear are shared and appreciated by our people. History has shown that liberal democracy through the decades has shown remarkable powers of resilience and renewal. For as long as we remain committed to the cause, liberal democracy will survive this pandemic too and continue to thrive in the post-COVID-19 world. Thank you, and again our warmest felicitations to RELIAL on your 2021 Congress and Assembly.
Dear friends, my name is Gilbert Noel Ouedraogo. I am the president of Africa Liberal Network. I greet you all in Mexico and across the Latin America region. As you convene this hybrid annual Congress and Assembly of RELIAL 2021, I wish you success with the program of recovering freedoms in the Latin America and for us liberals to collaborate and recovering freedoms all over the world. Here in Africa, our commitment to the cause has been revived by the historic Zambian victory as a symbol signaling a new era of liberal democracy in Africa. I share well wishes to my sister, Berta Pentoja, and the whole RELIAL family. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Timmy Dooley. I'm a member of the Irish Senate and co-president of the European Liberal Party, known as the ALDE Party. And I'm sending you warm greetings from Strasbourg today to you in Mexico City on the event of RELIAL's National Congress. I know that the theme of your Congress is about regaining freedom. And we're experiencing that in Europe too. We've had very significant lockdown as a result of the COVID pandemic. We're starting to embrace again social activities, travel, which has been so restricted for such a long period of time. So the theme is well recognised and well accepted across the world, I suspect, right now. I look forward, as co-president of ALDE, to an ongoing engagement with you and RELIAL. Liberals across the world, we need to reunite, we need to engage with each other on a hell of a lot more consistent basis. Was it not for the pandemic, I would have liked to have attended your Congress, and maybe that's something we can do in the future. So best of luck for the weekend, and look forward to the ongoing dialogue and engagement. Thank you.